The Texan, starring Rory Calhoun.
How are things in Texas?
All right.
Remember Rimrock?
It's not a town that's easy to forget.
Oh, sure. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Where have you been?
In town.
In town. I suppose you know everybody's talking about Constance and me, and they're all saying things about us. That's right, isn't it? Well, isn't it? They're talking about Connie two-timing me with this stranger.
I've seen him, Dad. They call him the Texan.
What did you do about it?
I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything. Well, that's the kind of a son I've got. You know, when I was your age, I already had 2 notches on my gun. But you let everybody talk about me, you let everybody insult me. You bear my name, Pierce. And you let everybody insult that name. You couldn't whip a groundhog with your 2 fists, so I bought your gun. I've yet to see you fire it. Even to defend your own name. My name.
Would it make you think I was more of a man if I had a drink with you?
That's a laugh. Well, I guess when a man gets as big as I am, he's got to have troubles.
I don't know whether I'd ever want to be that big.
You'll never get big, son. I should have given you a darning needle instead of a gun. You should have been a girl.
Why do you keep thinking I'm a coward?
Well, why do you keep being a coward?
I'm not as much of a coward as you think I am.
Well, do something. Prove that you're not.
All right!
Call.
You're a stranger in Birdwood. You don't know anything about me. I don't know anything about you.
So?
So that makes everything even. Just right.
That depends on what you're talking about.
You ease off, Neil. You're biting into more than you can chew now. Don't go...
Be quiet, McBurney. Wouldn't want my father to find out. Try to deny his son a man's pleasure.
You're sweating awful hard to call this pleasure, boy.
Don't call me boy.
All right. Let's talk about it. Find out what's eating you. Well?
You've got till I count 3 to draw, Mr. Longley. 1, 2, 3.
I gave you a choice. You made me treat you like a kid.
This don't settle nothing, mister. Miss Constance, maybe you better collect for this gentleman's room rent.
Why?
Because if he's smart, he's going to be cutting out in a hurry.
You're a very poor judge of men, McBurney.
What made you sick? The whiskey? Or the thought of what you had to do?
You made a fool of me in there.
I could have made you good and dead. Why'd you do it?
Haven't you heard, mister? You're not considered a man around here till you get a notch in your gun. Want to hear something interesting, mister? I went to school in the East. I can read Homer's Odyssey. In the original Greek.
How is he?
Oh, his head will be sore for a little while.
Oh, I wish that's all there was to it.
You know him?
His father's a good friend of mine. He helped me out once just when I needed it. Just like you did.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, there is. Walt Pierce is the kind of man who has to have everything on his own terms. He wants to own everything he sees. And if he can't own it, he'll destroy it. Even his own son. There's something else. He drinks too much.
That's not a good combination.
He's a completely different person when he's sober.
You sound like you're in love with him.
Well, I might be if he'd give me a chance. If he could just learn that a woman wants to be a woman. Not just another piece of property.
Well, till he does, you tell him for me that someone ought to teach his son more about guns.
I wish someone could teach Walt a little more about people.
You're doing a real smart thing, tying up with that jackal.
I'll choose my own friends. Still making a fool of me.
Now move.
I got as much right to...
To what? You want to learn how to shoot, I'll teach you, man.
You think I'm doing this just for the sport of it?
I know why you're doing it.
Why don't you just get out of my life?
Somebody gave me a helping hand one time. I was just about your age. You would have liked him. You read Greek. No, maybe on second thought you wouldn't. He was a school teacher.
Teacher? I had mine for myself once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I used to talk about it with my mother when I was a kid. She said by the time I came back out here that people would be settled down, ready. But what are you trying to do?
Make a point. In a roundabout way. Having nothing but a gun in your hand can be a lonesome thing. Lonesome as all time.
Nothing you said makes any difference. I didn't hear a word you said.
Imagine him picking on you. But I think it's a time now for you and me, Mr. Longley, to have a little drink. You're certainly entitled to it. You know, there's nothing more fearsome than facing a pea-green kid with a gun. Oh, you're looking at the picture, That's Amanda, Mr. Longley, my wife. You know, that picture cost me over $2,000. Some foreign fella came all the way from San Francisco to paint her just like that before she died.
Fine-looking woman.
She was a high-headed, stupid excuse for a woman. This thing here. Yeah. Cost me $1,000 or $2 just to freight it out here to suit her fancy. You know, there was one thing she could never disremember. She was a high, fancy plantation lady. I was just a nobody from the hills. Every time she looked at me, she made me feel mean, small. But I fooled her. Yeah. I got big. I got big enough to fit her whole family, her whole moth-eaten family right into my shadow.
I came here to talk to you about your son.
Well, what do you think I was leading up to? I don't want her to reach back and shame me through my own son.
Shame you?
Yeah. Yeah, I sent him back east to live with her folks, and he come back last year playing the piano, reading poetry, holding a book in his hand instead of a branding iron. Yeah, there was something else he came back with. Her look of looking down his nose at me. But by heavens, I'll make him a man. I'll make him my kind of a man.
How? By having him pick a fight? Kill someone? Anyone? No, thanks. I think you're a little mixed up in what you call a man.
Oh?
Finest man I ever knew was a school teacher. Kept his school open all through the war. No matter what kind of names people called him. That was his fight.
Are you lecturing me?
No? So I'll tell you what he said. The time will come when a man will no longer be able to make a decent life for himself with a gun in his hand.
You're lecturing down at me, you cheap saddle bum, and I don't think you two got anything to do with this affair anyhow.
Your son made it my business. Besides, there's something about him I like. The part you don't like.
Don't you go barring trouble. And stay away from my son. And stay away from Constance. I don't even want you to talk to her.
You got one big fault, mister. You try and own too many people.
Going somewhere?
Moving on.
Won't Pierce scare you off?
You know better than that.
I couldn't tell.
Well, there's no sense walking the same direction trouble takes.
I thought maybe the stunt Neil was planning worried you. I figured maybe that's why you were leaving.
I've had a belly full of Neil. Tell his father.
Walt would encourage him.
Oh? What's he planning? Murder?
Not quite. Robbery.
Then tell the sheriff.
You know, sheriffs. There'd be shooting. Neil might get hurt.
And that you're not in favor of.
No.
You take the chances, you run the risks. It's your problem.
I just thought I'd mention it. I'd hate to see the kid get killed.
Who are you worried about? The kid or his father? Or you?
You tell me.
What makes you think I'd help Pierce? Or the kid? Or you?
Rimrock.
Something on your mind, boy?
You were fussing back there at the station about there being a holdup. Now you're going to let that thieving filth get away? Well, I ain't.
There's some things that hurt worse than a bullet, old-timer. Let's roll it. Good, baby.
Hey, Bill. We seen that young feller somewhere before. I mean just recent life.
Never saw him before in my life.
Have a drink, boys. Wait a minute. You're not going anywhere.
Walt, let go of me.
Honey, I told you once, if any man dared even to look at you, I'd kill him. Longley looked.
Not what you think.
I know the whole story.
And if you know so much, you must know that he saved Neil's life. Don't you know that Neil is trying his best to be just like you?
Then why isn't he just like me?
He's exactly like you. When you're sober.
When I'm sober. He belongs to me just like you belong to me.
We both want to belong to you, Walt. That's the awful part.
I've got to see this Longley.
Walt!
My father's in town with a gun. He's gunning for you. You better get out of here.
Well, sooner or later, there's got to be a showdown.
I'm going with you.
Look, I got you out of trouble for the last time. Now stay out.
Get away, Neil. Just between him and me. I said get away, son. I don't want to have to drill you just to get to that saddle tramp. Now get out!
Somebody get a doctor.
Better get him inside.
You could have killed me, but you didn't.
I didn't have to.
Yeah. Sometimes a man learns more in 1 minute than he does in a whole lifetime.
Even about his own son.
Guess I never will get that first notch on my gun.
Fella can get a notch on his gun for not pulling the trigger.